This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And a very good afternoon, everybody, as we come to you live from Minico High School in Warburton Field, as this afternoon the Preston Indian boys get ready to take on the Minico Spartans in a doubleheader here this afternoon. Rain is pretty much cleared. Believe it or not, there's a couple of patches of blue overhead, and looks like we'll have no problems getting the games in here this afternoon. It's been a while since we've been able to bring you a couple of baseball games, as the Indians have been off for the last 11 days, but now get back to work here today in Minico. For the Indians, 1-4 on the year, 0-4 in conference play, and 0-4 on the road this year. For Minico, they've been busy. They're 8-2 so far this year, and they're 4-0 at home here in 2019, including doubleheader sweeps over Century and over Kuna as well. In fact, they just on the road played a couple of big games on the road recently. Played in a tournament over the weekend, as they went 2-1 in that tournament, as they were able to knock off Skyline and Sandpoint, and then getting shut out for the first time this year in 10-0 loss against Middleton on Friday. So they come into the game a very formidable opponent, the top team in the big Great Basin 10. So Preston looks like probably had their hands full here today. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. When we do, we'll look at today's starting pitchers. We'll do all that as we continue after this on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Behind every project is a True Value. At Stokes Market and True Value in Preston, whether you need hardware, dog food, tools, batteries, plumbing supplies, paint, or cleaning products, you'll find them all. Plus a whole lot more at Stokes Market and True Value. With a large inventory, you'll find all the big name brands you trust and low prices every time you visit. So whether you're just starting or you're in the middle of a project, stop in today and visit our friendly, knowledgeable staff. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
At Franklin County Medical Center, their goal is to get you back in the game, back to work, and back to your normal way of life. Franklin County Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation Center has a team of therapists who specialize in providing you an individualized treatment plan, helping you reach your goals, working with doctors from all over the region to make your recovery convenient and close to home. Call today so you can stop suffering and start healing. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
As the seasons change, it's a good time to take a close look at your car and truck tires. Check the tread and look for signs of uneven wear. If you have a question, stop by Ron Keller Tire and have one of the tire experts take a look. If you need new tires to get you safely through, they'll help you select the right tires for your vehicle and driving style. With a huge inventory from several manufacturers, Ron Keller Tire can care for your tire needs at a price that's right. You can trust all your tire needs to Ron Keller Tire in Preston and North Logan.
Starting pitchers here for today. In fact, we'll talk about the starting pitchers, and we'll give you the lineups here as the Spartans have taken the field to get ready for the game here this afternoon. On the mound today for the Preston Indians is Isaiah Smith, making his fourth start of the year, as he is no record and has worked in a total of 10 in the third inning so far this year. He's given up 23 hits, 10 runs, 7 of those earned. It's Chris Carpenter on the mound today for the Spartans. He is 1-0. This will be his third appearance of the year. Starting lineups on the way, and the first pitch coming up right after this on mylocalradio.com.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Let's go, batter up. We're taking the afternoon off. It's a beautiful day for a ball game today. The fans are out to get a ticket or two. From Walla Walla, Washington to Kalamazoo. It's a beautiful day for a home run. But even a triple's okay. We're gonna cheer and boo and raise a hullabaloo at the ball game today.
It's time for Preston Indians baseball. All of today's action is brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center, West Motors, Preston Drug, First American Title, Stokes Market True Value, Signature Home Healthcare, Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, Agri Service, S&T Electric, Farmers Insurance, Corey Bingham, Agent, Northern Title Company, Idaho Salvage, Limbrick Arc, and The Job Shop. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement with Preston Broadcasting LLC and Preston High School Athletics, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without the express written consent of Preston Broadcasting LLC is strictly prohibited. And again, a friendly welcome and afternoon from Minico High School as we come to you from Warburton Field and just getting ready to play ball here, the first pitch of the game. So you're right on time. Welcome in. As the first pitch thrown here by Cason Carpenter is outside, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Give you the Preston lineup here as we go along here in the top of the first as Tate Green leads off for Preston here in the first innings. He takes that pitch down low, and it's ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Here's a 2-0 pitch on the way to Green. That is over on the inside corner for a strike, and it's now 2-1. Dylan Haslam will hit next. He'll hit second due to the catching. By the way, Tate Green is playing at third base today. The 2-1 misses down low, ball 3, 3 balls and a strike. Isaiah Smith will hit third today, dropping down from his normal leadoff spot in the lineup, and he is on the mound this afternoon, making his 4th start of the year as that pitch is up high. Or check that, I should say, over for a strike as he gets the high strike call from our home plate umpire, and the count runs full, 3-2. Alex Hansen hits 4th. He's in center field. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Green, and it's outside, ball 4. So Green reaches. And that'll bring up Dylan Haslam, the catcher here today, with a leadoff man aboard for Preston here in the top of the first inning. Jackson Fazer's in the starting lineup today. He's in left field. He'll hit 5th as they go to first base, and back to the bag in time is Green. Justin Inglet hits 6th. He'll play shortstop. Zach Allen will be at first base today. He'll hit in the 7 spot. As Carpenter back up on top, sets at the letters, comes home, the pitch, and that's over for a strike, and it's 0-1 to Haslam. Brock Fewitt's going to start this afternoon here in the first game of the double dip. He'll be at second base and hit 8th, and then Ryan Gleed is over in right, and he'll hit 9th. Pitch is high, the runner goes. The throw is pretty good, but not in time. So Green able to steal the base. And the count 1 ball and 1 strike. And for Green, his 2nd stolen base of the year. Next pitch hit in the air, left field. playable. Going back on the ball is Blacker. He's there, makes the catch for the out. Tagging and coming to third, and he's in there with a slide, is Green. So Green stands at third base, one out here in the top of the first, and that brings up Isaiah Smith. For Smith, one of the hottest hitters on the club here through their first 5 games, as he's going to bunts it at home plate, but it's foul, as it was McKay Chandler who jumped on it quickly. Got it in foul territory. You have to come back. It's 0-1. Smith with 6 hits and 13 at-bats, a .462 average. He's hit safely in 3 straight and 4 of the 5 games played overall this year for Preston. Breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 0-2. Carpenter, as we mentioned, making his 3rd appearance of the year. He is 1-0. He's yet to give up an earned run. In fact, he's only allowed 1 run in his first 2 appearances, as that pitch misses down and away. Ball 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the first inning. Carpenter ready, comes home. The next pitch is again hit foul over the top of the press box, and it stays at 1-2. Smith without a home run. In fact, Preston has not hit a home run yet this year. He does have an RBI, as he lets that breaking pitch just hit him on the elbow pad, and he'll head down to first base after the hit batter. And he takes off and goes to second base almost immediately. And he's going to have to go back. That's a dead ball. So they're going to send him back. As he got to first base, he just took off automatically for second. But unfortunately, when the batter is hit like that, the ball is dead until the umpire puts it back into play, so they send him back to second base. So here's Hansen. They go to first, and Smith hops back on the bag. Hansen with 6 hits so far this year. 6 for 11. Pitch swung on and missed. They bluffed the throw to second base, as Smith will steal second base without a play. Runners at second and third now. Still 1 out here in the top of the first. For Hansen, who drew the caller in the last game that he appeared in for Preston, that was his game at Jerome 11 days ago, takes the pitch high, 1 ball and 1 strike. And in doing so, he actually had a 4-game hitting streak snapped. Little ground ball up the third base line. It'll trickle foul before it gets to the bag, and it's 1-2. But has a pair of RBIs. He's walked 4 times. And has a pair of extra base hits to his credit so far this year as well. They're going to go back to second base as they sneak in behind him, and he's out as they get Smith at second base. So the pickoff 1-6 for the second out of the inning. And now Carpenter a pitch away from getting out of the inning and stranding Tate Green over at third base here to lead off the game. Next pitch is hit in the air to short center. Show coming up, and it's the shortstop, Chandler, to make the play going away, and the inning is over. So Hansen pops up for the third out. Preston comes up empty in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left, and we'll go to the bottom of the first after a half inning here today from Minico. It's the Indians 0 and the Minico Spartans coming to bat.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
If you're doing some cleanup work around the yard, the house, the garage, or the farm, remember, you can turn scrap metal into cash when you take that metal to Idaho Salvage and Metal in Preston. They pay top dollar for aluminum cans, aluminum window and door frames, brass and steel. They take junk cars and trucks, farm equipment, and industrial gear. So rather than taking that stuff to the landfill, park it on the scales at Idaho Salvage and Metal on West Oneida in Preston.
So we'll move along here to the bottom of the first inning, scoreless. We'll give you the starting lineup here for the Spartans, I should say, as we go along. Here in the bottom of the first, as the leadoff man is Carson Show, as he falls behind. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1 pitch is on the corner. Nice pitch from Smith, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Carson Show, the center fielder, leads off. The shortstop, Ryan Chandler, will hit next. The 1-2 misses outside. Tazen Twist, the designated hitter, will hit in the 3 spot. McKay Chandler is the catcher. He'll hit 4th. Kobe Madsen is the big first baseman. He hits in the 5 spot. The 1-2 pitch hit foul off the third base side and stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Colton May is the third baseman. He'll hit in the 6th spot. The pitcher, Kason Carpenter, will hit 7th as the 2-2 pitch is high and away, ball 3. Tyler Gerard, the right fielder, hits 8th, and Waylon Blacker, the left fielder, he hits in the number 9 spot. Here's the 3-2 pitch, and it's down low, ball 4. So Show walks to lead off here in the bottom of the first inning, and that brings up Ryan Chandler. Chandler hitting .421. No home runs. He's driven in 4. Has 1 extra base hit to his credit. That's a triple. Once again, Smith working out of the stretch, and ball looped along the right field line, and it's going to fall untouched as neither Allen or Gleed could get to it, and it's 0-1. So the leadoff walk given up by Smith. Runner over at first base, nobody out. Bottom of the first inning, we're scoreless. For Smith, that was the 8th walk that he's allowed in 10 1/3 innings of work. There goes the runner. The pitch is lined into left field. That's a base hit. Facer's going to get it back in. He'll hold the runner at second base, and runners at first and second, and nobody out. There's the first hit of the game as Chandler lines a single to left field. Tazen Twist, the designated hitter, now comes up. Runners at first and second. Nobody out here for Minico as they bat in the bottom of the first. Twist also up there in the high rent district as far as batting averages go. As the pitch home misses outside and low, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Twist is 9 for 20 on the year, .450 batting average, and he's driven in 6. Put a play on at second base. Smith's coming home, and the 1-0 pitch misses down low, ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Twist had a 4-game hitting streak snapped in the loss against Middleton over the weekend. He was 9 for 17 during that streak. And so far on the year, he also has 3 multi-hit games to his credit and hits that ball up the middle. That's going to be in the center field for a base hit. They're going to wave Show home. The throw comes all the way through to the plate. Not in time. They throw back to second. That's off the glove of the second baseman Fewitt, but no further advancement. So Twist singles in another run as he picks up his 7th RBI of the year. That puts runners at second and third. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the first. And here's the catcher, McKay Chandler. Couple of runners in scoring position here early on. And Smith comes home with the first pitch. Breaking ball misses down low. Ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Chandler, with 3 hits in 19 at-bats on the year, takes that pitch on the corner for a strike. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Smith again with that unorthodox set position where he really turns his back on the hitter. Comes home and the next pitch misses down low. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Chandler at third, Twist at second. Nobody out or run home here in the bottom of the first. 1-0 Minico here. As Smith sets again, here's the 2-1. Missed outside, ball 3, 3 balls and a strike. McKay Chandler has had 1 hit in 3 different games to account for his 3 hits so far on the year. But the one thing he hasn't done is hit safely in back-to-back games this year, as he takes the 3-1 pitch down low, and it's 3-2. But given the opportunity, he has picked up the RBIs when they are there to be driven in, as he has 7 runs batted in on the year, and the 3-2 pitch is high, ball 4. Second walk of the first inning here by Isaiah Smith, and it loads the bases with nobody out. So here's Kobe Matson, the first baseman. First pitch home to Matson, misses outside and low, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Of course, we saw a lot of Matson during the basketball season this year. He and Ty Hyde battling inside in the post position. He hits that ball squarely on the numbers into right center field. That'll score 1. Here comes Twist to the plate. He will score as Matson drives in 2, and it's 3-0. So a pair of RBIs by Kobe Matson as he drives the ball into right center field. McKay Chandler goes all the way to the third, and there's runners at the corners and still nobody out. So Matson with a couple of RBIs. As Smith going to bluff at third, look back over at first as Colton May at the plate. Those RBIs for Matson's numbers 2 and 3 on the year. First pitch to May, hit through the left side. That's in the left field. That's a hit. As coming home to score is Chandler, and it's 4-0 here. Matson stops at second base with the play right in front of him. Four runs on 4 hits and a couple of walks here in the first inning for the Spartans. And now here's Kason Carpenter, the pitcher. He hits the ball in the air to left field. Going back on the ball is Phaser, and it's over his head, and it's going to bounce off the fence. Matson comes to third. They're going to wave him home. He'll make it there without a play as the throw is cut off, and it's 5-0 on the double by Carpenter. It also drives in a run. Tyler Gerard now comes up, the 8th man to hit in the inning. Still nobody out. 5 runs on 5 hits and a pair of walks, and Gerard the 8th man to hit here in the inning. Breaking ball is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Minico, as we mentioned, 8-2 on the year, so they're certainly a tough matchup for the Indians. And they lead the Great Basin 10 Conference as that pitch is swung on and missed. Smith ready again, checks the runners. They get their leads away. The 0-2 pitch swung on and missed. That's the first out of the inning. So with one out, the number 9 hitter, Waylon Blacker, comes up. He is the left fielder. That strikeout for Smith, his 14th of the year. But he's given up a 5 spot here in the first inning. Certainly his biggest inning as far as runs allowed on the year. The first pitch to Blacker's hit foul up along the first base side, and it's 0-1. Blacker with 1 hit and 6 at bats comes into play, hitting 167. No home runs, yet to drive in a run so far this year. But he's up there with a couple of men out there on base. As that pitch is a fastball in the outside corner, that's a called strike, and it's 0-2. May at third, Carpenter at second, and the 0-2 pitch to Blacker. Popped up in the infield. It'll be the shortstop. Inglet says he'll take it and does, and that's the second out of the inning. So now it's back to the top of the order. Carson Shao will now come back up. He walked and scored to lead off here in the bottom of the first. First pitch is on the corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Shao opened the season by hitting safely in each of the first 3 games in which he played. And he's hit safely in 4 games overall. As that pitch is up high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Outfield straight away. The 1-1 pitch from Smith is hit foul again off the third base side, and now it's 1-2. So after giving up 5 runs so far here in the bottom of the first inning, Smith has a chance to get wiggle out of the inning without any further damage here and strand a couple of men on base. The 1-2 pitch. Roll toward third. It's under the glove of the third baseman Green out into left field. That will score May. Carpenter comes home. He'll score. The throw's cut off by Smith as 2 runs come in, and it's now 7-0. Green, who waited on a hop, and that hop just wasn't there, and that moist dirt, the ball stayed down and got under his glove and out into left field. So here's Raylan Chandler, the shortstop, who singled, picked up the first hit of the game, his first time up. The ball popped up, right straight up. Haslam throws the mask away, coming up the line, and it's going to be a fair ball, as that's going to land in fair territory and then kick into the infield grass. Home plate umpire standing right there looking at it the whole time. He said, nope, that's a fair ball. So no one attempted to make a play on it. And coming home to score on the misplayed pop-up in the infield was Shao. And now there's a runner at first base. Now Tazen Twist now comes back up, the designated hitter. And they go to first base, and that's a bad throw. Gets away. Allen's got to chase it into foul ground. Chandler going to second. Now he's not even going to bother stopping. He's going to go all the way to third, and he's in there safely. So kind of a pickoff throw at first base, almost out of frustration, gets away on a bad throw. Allen had to chase it down in foul territory. Now a ground ball to short. Inglet stays down on it, throws, and it ball not handled at first base by Allen. That's going to allow another run to come in. That's going to be an error on Inglet to allow the run to come home.
Number 13, McKay Chandler.
9-0 here in the first inning. Smith ready, looks back at first base again, pitches high, throw down, not in time. Twist was not more than maybe a step and a half off the bag as Haslam threw down there for try to keep him close as the next pitch is high. Ball 2 balls and no strikes. Next pitch is on the corner for a called strike to McKay Chandler, who walked his first time up. Smith again works out of the stretch, turns his back on the hitter as he comes to the set position. Next pitch is swung on and missed. So it's 2-2 on Chandler. Smith ready again, looks back at second, twist, or at first rather, twist away there. And the next pitch misses outside and runs the count to full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a full count on Chandler, which means Twist will be away on the pitch with 2 outs. He does not go, but the pitch is in the dirt anyway. It's ball 4, and Chandler walks for the second time in the inning.
Number 24, Kobe Matson.
So here's Kobe Matson, who singled in a pair of runs his first time up. Matson's the 14th batter to come up here in the first inning. They play behind the runners. And here's the first pitch home to Matson. Fouled into the glove of the catcher Haslam. And it's no balls and 1 strike. That hit for Matson, his first time up here in the inning, was his 8th hit of the year. He's now 8 for 20 on the season. Here's the 0-1. That's up high. 1 ball and 1 strike. The RBIs that he picks up gives him his numbers 2 and 3 on the year and makes to this game here today his first multi-RBI game of the season. The 1-1 pitch popped up. On the right side, that's the second baseman, Fewitt. He'll handle it, and the inning comes to an end as Matson pops up to end the inning. But not before Minico sends 14 men to the plate. 9 of them come home to score. As we're done with an inning, we'll go to the second. The Spartans leading the Preston Indians by a score of 9-0 on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Do you remember last spring when runoff water was flooding fields and borrow pits because of plugged, collapsed, or non-existent culverts? Well, now is the time to get new culverts installed. And Valley Implement and Irrigation has the culverts you need. They buy them by the semi-load, and they have poly pipes and culverts in the diameter and length that will get that water running where it needs to go in the spring. Remember, too, that Valley Implement has a great selection of used tractors and farm equipment at prices that work for your operation. See Valley Implement and Irrigation in Preston, Logan, or Gray.
We'll go here to the second inning as the Preston Indians, not the way they wanted to start the ball game here today. Minico hangs a 9 spot on them in the bottom of the first inning. And here in the top of the second, Jackson Fazer, Justin Inglet, and Zach Allen due up here for the Indians as Carpenter's next pitch is hit in the air along the left field side. That's going to slice foul and go out of play. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2. Line to center. That's into center field for a hit. First hit of the game for the Indians is Facer lines one to center. And that brings up the shortstop in Jackson Inglet.
Batting for Preston, number 44, Justin Inglet.
Justin comes into the game today hitting .353, 6 hits and 17 at-bats over the first 5 games. And that pitch is up high from Carpenter. 1 ball and no strikes. Inglet, no home runs. He's driven in a couple. The thing he does do, unfortunately, is strike out quite a bit. He has struck out 6 times already this year. That's tied for high on the team. The pitch bunted at home plate, bunted foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Who else has fanned 6 times so far this year, you ask? Well, Tate Green. Nobody out, top of the second inning. Fazer over at first. They go to first base, and he's back to the bag safely. Girls softball team is here today as well, here in Minico for the Indians, the Lady Indians. As that pitch off speed swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. They were supposed to be playing on the road tomorrow at Bear Lake, but because there's still snow on the ground in Bear Lake and covering the field, that game's been moved to a home game tomorrow. And we'll have that game for you tomorrow as well, here on the radio and on the internet, starting at just before 3 o'clock with the video feed, as it'll be a home game with the Lady Bears of Bear Lake. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count on Inglet. Next pitch is on the corner, strike 3 called. So Inglet goes down looking. First strikeout today for Kason Carpenter. That's the first out here in the top of the second. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Zach Allen. Allen hitting .444, has driven in a couple of runs. And takes that pitch up high, ball 1. He has 1 extra base hit to his credit, a double that he had against Canyon Ridge. Hitting from the right side. Fazer away from first, breaking ball, misses down low. 2 balls and no strikes. Allen's hit safely in 3 of the 5 games in which he's appeared in. Outfield straight away against the Preston first baseman. Little roller wide of first. Matson has it, goes under his glove. It's picked up by the second baseman, Osterhot, who plays it over to first in time for the out. So the little roller gets under the glove of Matson. Fazer able to move up to second base. He's there now with 2 outs, and Brock Fewitt at the plate. For Fewitt, this is his first game that he's starting. And in fact, he has 1 hit to his credit. He, in fact, his only at bat, he delivered a hit. That was back in the last games that Preston had played 11 days ago at Jerome, as he takes the first pitch over for a check that outside, ball 1. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top of the second. 9-0 Minico after a big first inning here this afternoon. Carpenter ready. Next pitch swung on and missed, and it's 1-2. So ball and 2 strikes. Pitch home. Fewitt just waves at it out in front of it. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Carpenter, and he sets the side down. No runs. 1 hit for Preston, and they leave a man here in the top of the second inning as we're done with an inning and a half. As we'll go to the bottom of the second, it's Minico 9, Preston nothing on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that $20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCUA.
In Franklin County, they know it's what's on the inside that really matters. That's why they offer advanced radiology and imaging using the latest in technology, performing x-rays, CAT scans, MRIs, nuclear testing, ultrasounds, mammography, and much more, right in Preston, Idaho. With short wait times and a highly skilled staff available around the clock, they'll help you reach a diagnosis quicker. Make sure your doctor knows you want to save time and money closer to home. Let them be the next to take your picture. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence meet.
Bottom of the second inning, and the first pitch here to Colton May misses outside. Next pitch, breaking ball, is outside again, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes here in the bottom of the second inning. May singled home a run and scored his only at bat back in the first after Minico sent 14 men to the plate in the first inning. 2-0 pitch is up high again, ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. A little bit of a breeze blowing from the right field corner out towards center field. There'll be a little bit of an extra jet stream for mini balls hit out to left or left center field as the 3-0 pitch to Mays over for a strike from Smith. Here comes the 3-1 offering. Breaking ball misses down low, ball 4. So he walks the leadoff man. That's a 4th walk allowed by Smith in an inning plus. And now here's the pitcher, Kason Carpenter, who doubled home a pair of runs. They hit the ball off the fence in left field in the first inning. And lines that one right at Inglet. He makes a catch, snap throw back to first in time for the double play. So Carpenter hit it right on the screws, but he hit it right at Inglet at shortstop. He was able to make the play without hardly moving, and then throw back to Zach Allen at first base for the double play. 2 outs, nobody on. And now here is Tyler Gerard, who struck out his first time up. Takes the first pitch over for a strike, and it's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 offering. Misses outside and low, ball 1. It's 1-1. Outfield straight away here against Gerard, and that next pitch misses outside again. 2 balls and a strike. You know, that 9-run first inning, and what often happens is if you just make one play and get out of the inning, ground ball to the right side, Allen has it, fields the throws to Smith, and who can't feel held onto the ball. Infield hit for Gerard, his first hit of the game. That'll bring up the left fielder, Waylon Blacker. Blacker popped up his first time up. He's also 0 for 1. So draw to the leadoff over at first base. Smith works out of the stretch, holding, now comes home. Ball hit in the air to center. But that's right where Hansen hangs out. He's got it, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, a walk, 1 man left. We're done with 2. As we go to the third here this afternoon, it's Minico 9, Preston nothing on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
When you see that big green dinosaur, whether at your favorite gas station or convenience store on the side of a delivery truck, you know quality Sinclair products are available there from Hall Oil Company. Hall Oil is a family-owned and operated business that's been serving folks in Cache Valley since 1947. They're your local fuel and oil broker with a low-price guarantee. Another guarantee that's been really important this winter is that when you fill your fuel tanks with premium winter diesel fuel from Hall Oil, it's guaranteed not to gel, even when the temperature drops below zero. It's the no-gel guarantee from Hall Oil Company.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Top of the third, 9-0 Minico, as we get ready to go to work here in the top of the third inning. And here in the top of the third for Preston, as they will send up the right fielder Ryan Glee, the number 9 hitter. Then it's back to the top of the order, Tate Green and Dylan Haslam to hit here in the third. First pitch to Glee is rolled foul at home plate. And it's no balls and 1 strike. Gleed hitting .273 is 3 for 11 on the early part of the year. No home runs. He's driven in 1. And the next pitch home to Ryan. Breaking pitch, that's over for a strike from Carpenter, and it's 0-2. The right-hander rocks, comes home, and the 0-2 pitch is waved out and missed. Knocked down by Chandler out in front of home plate. He'll have to record the out at first base, which he does. That's the first out here. And strikeout number 3 for Kaysen Carpenter. So we go back to the top of the order, and Tate Green, who walked his first time up here this afternoon, able to get up there now to come back up. Green was stranded at third base in the top of the first inning for Preston, and then everything just kind of went to heck from there. As the pitch is up high, ball 1 ball and no strikes. But at least they're getting the games in, and there's actually, believe it or not, sunshine here. As the ball's hit on the ground to the right side, Osterhaus knocks it down, be able to pick it up, throws, but not in time. Green hustles up the line, able to reach first base safely. That'll be an error charged to the second baseman. Dylan Haslam now comes up. Haslam, the catcher, flew out to left his first time up as Green gets a lead away from first base. That's off the end of the bat, little dunker into center. That's going to be in for a hit as Haslam has his first hit of the game. And with 1 out, Preston gets something going here with runners at first and second here in the top of the third inning, and that brings up the pitcher, Isaiah Smith. If you would have asked me, late last night or early this morning, if I thought these games were going to be played today, I probably would have told you there was not a chance. As the rain moved through southern Idaho, northern Utah last night, and early this morning. In fact, rained most of the way over here today. Field in pretty good condition, all things considered, as the pitch to Smith missed up high, ball 1. The 1-0. It's driven toward left again off the end of the bat. Little dunker is going to fall in front of Blacker, and with 1 out, Preston has loaded the bases on an error and a back-to-back hits.
Alex Hansen.
So here's Alex Hansen, who popped up his first time up. 1 out, bases full. The infield dirt and around home plate just a little bit muddy, but not bad enough to where you can't play. First pitch to Hansen, breaking ball misses outside, ball 1. if you're a base runner, you're going to slide into a base. I guess the big key is to make sure you actually reach the base today, because that wet dirt will just kind of suck you up as you try to slide, as the pitch swung on a miss, and it's 1-1. Ball and a strike on Hansen as he grounds it by the third baseman into left field. They'll go station to station. The bases will remain loaded on an RBI single for Hansen. That's 3 hits in a row for the Indians, and drives in the run as Green comes in to score. Bases remain loaded. Now here's Jackson Fazer, who singled his first time up back in the second inning. So Fazer hitting from the left side. A lot of room on the left side of the infield. I should say on the right side of the infield, beg your pardon, as the pitch swung on and missed. Madsen, the first baseman, kind of guarding the line over at first base. As the next pitch to Fazer swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Second baseman Osterhott, kind of in double play position, shading up the middle, leaves a lot of room on the right side as the ball sliced along the left field line, but it's going to drop out of play and foul. And it stays 0-2 on Jackson Fazer. So 0-2 the count. Bases loaded for Preston. 1 out here in the third. Pitches swung on and missed. So Fazer strikes out. That's the first out, and that brings up Jackson Inglet. I'd like to welcome a new sponsor to our games today, Naylor Insurance. At 153 North State Street in Preston. As they're with us here on the broadcast. Ball popped up behind home plate. Chandler comes back, able to make the catch, and that's the way the inning will end as Inglet fouls out to the catcher. We'll tell you more about Naylor Insurance when we come back. 1 run in the inning for Preston on a pair of hit. Check that, 3 hits. There was an error, and they leave the bases loaded. We'll go to the bottom of the third after 2.5. It's Minico 9, Preston 1 on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap. Drops back. Whoa, changes mind. Down the sideline. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Casasa! Unbelievable! Did you see that? Casasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Casasa? We're glad you asked that. Casasa. It's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Casasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for free Casasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCU.
In business for almost 70 years, Valley Implement has been serving customers with integrity, personalized service, and accountability for generations. Their mission is to contribute to agriculture and the agricultural way of life. When it comes to irrigation, equipment, attachments, parts and service, and precision farming, Valley Implement in Preston is here to work for you. Visit them today, 213 West 8th North, Preston. Valley Implement, all things agriculture.
We go bottom 3 here from Minico. Glad to have you with us here this afternoon. Dan Hubbard here at Minico. John Beverly back in studio, our studio engineer this afternoon, as Preston trailing 9-1 as we go to the bottom of the third. Carson Scow leads it off here as we go to the third inning for the Spartans. Smith still in there, and Scow lines one to center. There's Hansen. He makes the catch for the out. The 1 out here in the bottom of the third. That brings up Ryan Chandler, who has singled twice, scored twice, and driven a run. We were telling you about Naylor Insurance, one of our new sponsors here with us on the program. You can visit them at Naylor Insurance today at 153 North State Street, as that's a mutual of Enumclaw, as they offer home, auto, farm, or business insurance. Or you can give them a call as well at 208-852-0810. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. Ball again driven to center. Hansen's got to go back. Still going back. It's over his head. It's going to roll all the way to the base of the fence. Chandler to second. He's going to keep digging for third. The throw cut off to third base is not in time. It's a triple. So Chandler triples with one out here in the third. When the throw got to the cutoff man, England, I thought maybe they're going to have a play, but they really ended up not having a play. And it's the second triple of the year for Rylan Chandler. And here is Tazen Twiss, who takes a pitch, a breaking ball. Lee was up high, ball one, 1-0, I think. Check with the umpire here. Nope, it was a called strike. Ground ball to third. Green has it, throws to first. Allen can't control it. And coming home on the air on the first baseman, Allen, is Chandler.
Now hitting from the Spartans, number 13, McKay Chandler.
So that makes it 10-1. And now here's the catcher, McKay Chandler, who has walked twice. Walked twice, scored once, and hits the first pitch foul off the first base side, and it's 0-1. So give Naylor Insurance a call if you have any insurance needs, 852-0810. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed, and it's 0-2. Twist away from first base. As he reaches base safely for the third time today. In fact, second time he's reached on an error today. As the breaking pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Tattles Bar and Grill in Preston is a great place to go if you're looking for a great lunch or breakfast. The best breakfast in town, as a matter of fact, open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 days a week. Stop in and enjoy a home-cooked meal today. As the pitch is high, snap throw back to first, not in time. That's Tattles Bar and Grill, 790 West Oneida in Preston. Two and two, the count on Chandler. Catcher waits. Smith ready, comes home. The pitch is in the dirt. Whoops, squirts right between the feet of the catcher, and then going on the pitch anyway was Twist, so he'll be credited with a stolen base. He was running on the pitch when the ball got away from the catcher Haslam for a moment. The count goes to 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Chandler. Twist now at second base. Smith peeks back at him, comes home with a 2-2 offering, hit in the air to right field, hit pretty well. Gleed's got to go back. It's going to be over his head, and that's going to roll the wall as well. Coming home is Twist to score to make it 11-1 on the RBI double by McKay Chandler. And it's the second run of the inning.
Number 24, Kobe Madsen.
That brings up the first baseman, Kobe Madsen. 2 runs on 2 hits and an error here in the inning. It's 11-1 now. Here's we play in the bottom of the third. First pitch to Madsen, misses outside, ball 1, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. And he is over for a strike. And it's now 1 ball and 1 strike. So the first of 2 here today in Minico. Smith ready again. Comes home, and Madsen drives that one to center field. That's going to be in for a hit. They're going to send Chandler home. The throw will not be cut off. It bounces off the mound, kicks it wide of home plate. That's an RBI single for Madsen, his third RBI of the game. As he singles for the second time, he's 2 for 3. And now the third baseman, Colder May, comes up. First pitch home to May, misses down on the way, ball 1 ball and no strikes. Colder singled, walked, scored a run, drove in a run back in the first. The 1-0. Breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 1-1. So Madsen with 3 RBIs today with his pair of hits. Next pitch is high, snap throw back to first, and again, not in time. Outfield straight away for May. 2 balls and a strike to count. Here's the 2-1. Misses outside. Ball 3, 3 balls and a strike. Again, Madsen with a good lead over at first base. Not running, and the breaking pitch misses inside, ball 4. Walk number 5 today for Isaiah Smith. And now Kason Carpenter, who up there twice today has hit 2 balls absolutely on the screws. First one went for a double and an RBI in the first innings. He hit it off the left field fence. Last time he was up, he hit a line drive at the shortstop, Justin Inglet, who turned it into a double play and takes a first pitch on the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Smith working out of the stretch, the 0-1. In the dirt, 1 ball, 1 strike. Signature Home Healthcare at Home, formerly known as Access Home Healthcare and Hospice, helps bring you Preston Indians baseball. They provide you care wherever you are, providing home health and hospice care to southeast Idaho and northern Utah. As the pitch is hit foul at the top of the press box, and it stays at 1-2. They've been doing it for over 15 years. For an informative visit in the home or over the phone, you can call them today at 208-852-1699. That's Signature Home Healthcare at Home, a sponsor of Preston Indians Athletics, as the pitch again hit foul back into the screen. So the count stays at 1-2 strikes. Runners at first and second here for Minico. 3 runs home here in the inning. They lead 12-1. Smith's next pitch is again hit foul back into the screen as Carpenter timing him pretty well. Has fouled a couple of pitches back, straight back. And they bluff in behind second base. Fewitt, the second baseman, retreats back to his position, and the 1-2 pitch is down low, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We mentioned the girls. The Lady Indians will be at home tomorrow. Breaking pitch on the corner is strike 3 called. They get Carpenter for the first time today as he goes down looking.
Now heading for the Spartans, number 1, Austin Merida.
2 outs, second strikeout for Smith on the afternoon. Boys will be back at home. First pitch here over for a strike as Tyler Gerard at the plate. They will be back at home against Wood River coming up. They have one more trip back over here They'll play at Burley on Monday and then host Wood River later in the week. So we mentioned the girls will be home tomorrow in that game that was supposed to be played at Bear Lake, but it's been moved to Preston tomorrow afternoon. First pitch at 3 o'clock. Little roller goes past Smith. Fewitt has it, throws to first in time for the out, and the inning is over as Gerard rolls out 4-3 for the third out, but not before Minico adds 3 runs in the inning on 3 hits, an error, and they leave a couple of men on base. We'll move along to the fourth after 3 here from Minico. It's the Spartans 9 and the Indians 1 on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
We're not your ordinary grocery store at Stokes Market and True Value in Preston. We see every customer as a friend and a neighbor. Stokes Market and True Value offers a clean, bright, and modern store with the freshest meats, produce, and bakery. In many ways, we're still old-fashioned. We still bake from scratch, and our bakery items are made in store. You'll never see meat with an ingredient list because our meats are all natural and cut in store. Stop in today. Stokes Market and True Value, 217 South State Street, Preston.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you're appreciated. It's even better when you can get everything you need. Quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciate every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car and truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in today at 17 South State Street in Preston.
Zach Allen leads off for Preston here as we go to the top of the fourth, and he rolls the first pitch foul, and it's 0-1. 12-1 Preston, I should say Minico leading here in the top of the fourth inning. 12 runs on 9 hits, an error. For Preston, a run on 4 hits. They've committed a pair of errors so far today. And 0-1 the count on Allen. Carpenter ready. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses outside to Allen. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Zach grounded out his first time up today. He's 0 for 1. A lot of games being played around the major leagues today, day games. As a lot of people still having their home openers here. As a breaking pitch outside again. And it's ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. That was the case for the Milwaukee Brewers. They were playing in Cincinnati today. The Brewers got a run in the top of the second inning and went on to beat the Reds by a score of 1-0 as the pitch swung on and missed by Allen. And it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's Peralta over Castillo as Allen swings and misses and comes up empty. That's 1 out here in the top of the fourth. 4th strikeout for Kaysen Carpenter.
For Preston, number 4, Brock Hewitt.
Brock Fewitt at the plate, a strikeout victim his first time up. And swings and misses at a good fastball, and it's 0-1. The Washington Nationals knocked off the Phillies today, 9-8, getting a run at the bottom of the 9th inning to pick up the win. As that pitch bounces up there. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Phillies committed 3 errors in the game. That's Doolittle over Robertson in that game. The 1-1 pitch. Hit in the air toward left field. Nope, not going to go that deep. It'd actually be the third baseman in foul ground to make the catch. Second out. And now here's Ryan Gleed. Took 11 innings, but the Rockies knocked off the Rays 1-0 as they get a single run in the top of the 11th inning. That only run of the game coming on a home run by Chris Iannetta for the Rockies. Is the first pitch up high, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. As the next pitch to Gleed swung on a miss, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Breaking pitch, 2 balls and a strike. White Sox beat the Indians 8-3. They pound out 13 hits in the win. Rodon over Kluber. Here's the 2-1. That's up high again. Nope, they got the high strike call. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And for the second day in a row, the Twins get a run in their final at bat and beat the Kansas City Royals today by 7-6. They get a run in the top of the 9th inning. The pitch to Gleed was swung on and missed. Carpenter strikes out 2 in the inning, has 5 in the game, and we are through 4. We'll go to the 5th. After 4, it's Minico 12, Preston 1 on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric in Preston, Idaho. It's what we do.
When it comes to major surgery, think small. Small town, that is. At Franklin County Medical Center, the surgical capabilities are anything but small. Partnered with the top surgeons and specialists in the region to provide advanced care to those living in southeastern Idaho. Whether it's cataract surgery, women's surgery, gallbladder removal, trauma, even a full hip or knee replacement, they have you covered. And now, they're among the few hospitals in southeastern Idaho able to remove kidney stones. See just how big the surgical capabilities really are. Franklin County Medical Center, where hospitality and excellence.
First pitch on the way here in the bottom of the 4th inning, as taking a pitch outside was Blacker, as next pitch is hit foul off the first base side. Actually, this is not Blacker. It appears we have a hitter here. Yeah, that pitch is outside. Ball 1 ball and 2 strikes. This is Braden Catmull at the plate, as that pitch is down low again. Here comes the pitch home from Smith. Chopper past the mound. Inglet from the cut of the grass. Fields throws and gets him. So with 1 out, that'll bring up Izzy Jasso.
For the Spartans, number 18, Izzy Hasso.
Izzy Hasso, that's how they pronounce it, with the pitches up high, ball 1 with a breaking pitch here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Preston Pharmacy, a proud sponsor of Preston Indians baseball. The 1-0 is hit foul outside of first and down the line. Providing pharmacy needs to the community since 1980, whether you have new or refill prescriptions that you need, in-store billing of Medicare or Medicaid pharmaceuticals. Pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-2. Diabetic supplies or oxygen rentals, Preston Pharmacy is the place to go. Find them on the web at prestondrug.com or drop by and see them at 39 North 1st East in Preston, as the fastball misses high, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Smith ready. Here's the 2-2. Popped up. First base side. It's Allen in foul territory to make the catch, and that is the 2nd out of the inning.
Number 3, Rylan Chandler.
So here's Rylan Chandler. Chandler with 3 hits, pair of singles and a triple. He's scored 3 times and driven in a run this afternoon. First ball swinging, pops it up Foul on the third base side. Green and a trio of Indians comes over, but none of them have a play as it lands on the top of the dugout roof. And it's no balls and 1 strike. Oh, 1 pitch from Smith. This is outside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. That's lined towards center field. That's going to be in. That's going to go to the wall into the gap in left center. As hustling for second base is Chandler, and he's in there with a double. So Chandler, 3/4 of the way to the cycle here in the game. He has the most difficult one, the triple. The only one he's lacking is the home run. So 2 outs, runner at second base, and here's Tazen Torres. First pitch home is hit on the ground. That's into left field. That'll be a base hit. They're going to send Chandler home. He'll score without a play to make it 14-1. The first RBI of the game for Tazen Twist as well. Now here's the catcher, McKay Chandler, due back up. So we told you about the finals today in Major League Baseball. There's still a couple of games going on as well, and some others coming up later tonight. As that pitch is fouled into the glove of Haslam. 0-1. Bottom of the 7th inning in San Diego, the Diamondbacks and the Padres. And right now it's the Pods leading 4-0. They go to first base. Ball gets away and rolls into foul territory, and quickly getting up and heading to second base is Twist. Pickoff throws in the dirt. That'll be an E1 against the Indians. New first baseman over there for Preston as well. That's Colby Dean playing at first base. As that ball hit in the air toward the right center field, and that too is going to get down. And if by the time Hansen picks it up, that'll get 1 run home on an RBI double by Chandler. So here's Kobe Madsen looking for his 3rd RBI of the game. Check that'd be his up there was looking for his 4th RBI of the game, I should say. He had 2 back in the first inning and single homer run last inning as well, and takes the first pitch up high, ball 1, 1-0. 2 runs home here in the inning on 3 hits. Runner at second base and 2 outs. As the next pitch to Madsen's up high. 2 balls and no strikes. Madsen 2 for 3 on the game. That ball hit off the end of the bat. It's going to fall in left field. Coming up to play it is Fazer. Turning third and heading for home is Chandler. He will score. As there's the 4th RBI of the game for Kobe Madsen. As he singles home another run. That makes it 15-1. And Trevor Miller is now going to come up and hit. As Coulter May gives way for Miller here. As Miller first ball swing hits it foul off the first base side, and it's 0-1. 3 runs on 4 hits in the inning. Smith Smith ready, and the next pitch to Miller swung on and missed. Now they got the runner picked off over first base. Matson's going to go to second. There's nobody covering the bag. So credit Matson with a stolen base, as nobody covered the bag. The 0-2 pitch to Miller. Breaking ball hit him.
Now from Titans, number 10, Kason Carpenter.
That puts runners at first and second. Kason Carpenter, the pitcher, will come up again. First hit batter here in the game for Smith. Runners at first and second, 2 out here in the inning. Smith got the first 2 batters in the inning, and since then, the next 5 have reached. 4 hits and a hit batter. And the first pitch here to Carpenter, a breaking ball for a called strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch bounces up there, and it's 1-1. Today's game brought to you by First American Title in Preston at 28 West Oneida. Remember, it's your contract, our commitment, and your smooth closing. First American Title. Give them a call, 852-2810. Next pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-2. One-two pitch on the way here from Smith. Here he comes. Little roller foul. That'll stay at a ball and 2 strikes. Bottom of the 7th inning at Yankee Stadium. That's the Tigers and the Yankees. They're tied at 1. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. So Smith able to strike out his opposite number to get out of the inning, but not before Minico adds 3 runs on 4 hits. There was an error against the Indians, and they leave 2 more. With 4 innings in the book, we'll head to the 5th here from Minico. It's now the Spartans 15 and the Indians 1 on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com.
Home sweet home. That's where you go for a home-cooked meal, a good night's sleep, and, well, people who just like you for who you are. So if you call Cache Valley home, we hope you'll call West Motor home. Home to Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and of course home to Ram trucks. West Motor Company is home to so many car buyers in this area. It's because they treat you right and give you the best deal they can possibly finagle. Simply put, it feels right at West Motor. WestMotorCompany.com. Welcome home.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
So I'm a typical banking customer.
And I'm a nearby ATM.
And I'm taking $20 out of my account.
And I'll process that 20 and take back $4.
Why do machines designed to give us money end up taking it right back? Introducing Kasasa, the free account that pays refunds on ATM fees and a lot more. To find a free Kasasa checking account near you, search Kasasa.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
We'll go to the 5th as the Indians trailing 15-1. Top of the order, Tate Green due up. First pitch to Green for a strike, and the next pitch is lined to center for a base hit. So Green has his first hit of the game. They go along with a walk. He's been on base 3 times today. He's also reached on an error. And here's Dylan Haslam.
For Preston, number 9, Dylan Haslam.
Haslam flew out, singled, 1 for 2. They're playing in the 8th inning up at Rogers Center in Toronto. That's the Blue Jays 2 and the Orioles nothing. And just underway, middle of the 1st, down in Florida, that's the Mets and the Marlins. They are scoreless. The runner goes, pitch hit to center. Shao going back. It's over his head, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. Green could come around second. He tags third. He's just going to keep coming. The relay throw is cut off, and it's an RBI double for Dylan Haslam. So Haslam got one pretty well. Drove it to center field. And not able to catch up with it was the center fielder. Now here is Isaiah Smith, who was hit by a pitch and singled. 1-for-1 officially here in the first game of the doubleheader. As the pitch is over for a strike and a breaking pitch from Carpenter, and it's 0-1. Today's game brought to you in part by Agri-Service in Hyde Park, Utah. Open from 8 to 5, extended hours in the summer. As the ball again hit to center. Shao went back a couple, now he's there, makes the catch. As Haslam bluffs at second base to try to draw a throw. He's not going anywhere. That's the first out of the inning, and that brings up Alex Hansen. Remember, Agri-Service, they carry all the proper names, Massey Ferguson, Kubota, Heston, Challenger. Stop by and see them. 4085 North 75th West in Hyde Park. Or to visit them on the web at www.agra-service.com. First pitch to Haslam, hit foul, back into the screen, and it's 0-1. So Preston gets a run here in the top of the fifth. Makes it 15-2. Haslam pops it up, short center. Again, Shao coming up, makes the catch. That's the second out. So 2 outs. Now here's Jackson Facer. Facer singled, struck out. 1 for 2 on the day. Hitting from the left side. The first pitch, fastball, is over for a strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 offering, breaking ball, missed outside. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike here on Jackson Facer. 2 outs, top of the fifth. As the next pitch is hit foul again off of the third base side. That's now 1-2. Six hits in the game for Preston. But this game, pitch outside again, ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. This game, when Minico posted the 9 runs in the first inning, was long bitten decided. As the next pitch is hit foul again, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Kason Carpenter's done very well, cruising along here today. Next pitch, runner goes, popped up behind third. It'll be the shortstop. Nope, they'll give way to the left fielder, Blacker, to make the catch, and the inning comes to an end. So Facer flies out, 1 run, 2 hits for Preston in the inning. They leave 1 as well, as we'll go bottom 5 from here at Minico. It's the Spartans 15. In fact, that's going to be the end of the game here as they go 5 innings. So we'll take it to a quick timeout. We'll come back and we'll have a wrap-up show and get ready for the second game of the doubleheader here as Preston, or I should say Minico, wins it by the final score of 15-2. Back with a wrap-up right after this.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Last play of the game, folks.
And the snap, drops back. Whoa, changes mind. Down the sideline. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Casasa! Unbelievable Unbelievable! Did you see that? Kasasa!
Not to be a buzzkill, but what's Kasasa? We're glad you asked that. Kasasa, it's a catchy word for earning cash. Free Kasasa checking rewards you in cash each month.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Advantage Plus Federal Credit Union, federally insured by the NCU.
Home sweet home. That's where you go for a home-cooked meal, a good night's sleep, and, well, people who just like you for who you are. So if you call Cache Valley home, we hope you'll call West Motor home. Home to Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and of course home to Ram trucks. West Motor Company is home to so many car buyers in this area. It's because they treat you right and give you the best deal they can possibly finagle. Simply put, it feels right at West Motor. WestMotorCompany.com. Welcome home.
Well, welcome back here as the first game of the doubleheader ends up being all Minico here this afternoon as they win it by the final score of 15-1. 15 runs on 13 hits and 1 error today for Minico in the first game of the doubleheader. 2 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for Preston here in the first game of the doubleheader as well. Kason Carpenter wins his second of the year. He's 2-0. And for Preston, Isaiah Smith suffers his first loss of the season. He is 0-1 on the year. So, second game of the doubleheader comes up in about 30 minutes. As far as folks listening on the radio, we'll send you back to the network. Has some of the best music ever for you here over the next few minutes. And if you're watching over mylocalradio.com, we'll have the second game for you coming up in about 30 minutes as well. So here in the opener, Minico wins it by the final score of 15-2. As we'll bid you farewell for now, and we're back in about 30 minutes here on FM 105.5, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.